Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It's April 19th, one day before the Bitcoin halving. Today's video is going to be a quick one about Degen ecosystem as well as the market update, just overall. Sometimes, by the way, I do post videos like this one I posted yesterday, just about my thoughts on the market. It's just a quick, like 2 or 3 minute video that I would post like this. And this way you don't have to look at everything that I'm doing on the screen. It's just, you can just listen. And again, this is a app called Dracula. It's kind of similar to, it's similar to YouTube Shorts or Facebook Reels or Instagram Reels. And you can post your videos on here and you get rewarded points for posting, or you get, um, future airdrops, future rewards for using this app. All right. So let's go back to the basics of, first of all, the Degen ecosystem, which I've been talking about since, March, right? March 30th was my first video that I made. I think I started to recognize and find out about Degen sometime in mid-March, early March, but I didn't really play around with it too much up until the end of March. And that was my first video that I did. And obviously, a lot of people liked it. So I kept doing more. And I made this playlist for everybody where you could see all the updates that are happening on Degen. And every week or so, I try to do one video highlighting what you should be doing on Degen, the opportunities and the new applications on Degen, and how you can basically take advantage of this new ecosystem. Because look, layer 3 is just a new category, right? It's a new category of crypto. And Degen sits at the top of it. And it sits at the top of it with a pretty large lead, I would say, in terms of like even the market cap doesn't really justify how far it is ahead of its competitors. Like I've never used these, but I can tell you honestly that there's no way that any ecosystem, even say most other L2s, right? You guys are familiar with L2s. L2s are things like Polygon and let me find that real quick for y'all. Layer twos are right here, right? Layer twos are things like Polygon and Arbitrum, Mantle, Stacks, all this stuff, except I don't think I've ever really spent that much time on any of these ecosystems. Nowadays, I spend a majority of my time on Warpcast. I spend a majority of my time hanging out in the Degen ecosystem. I earn a lot of tips, I've told y'all before, by simply being active on Warpcast, posting content that I already would have on Twitter, except here it's a little bit more engaging. People will tip you often uh, for your insight, for your alpha, for posting funny memes. So today's video is kind of like just another summary of all these videos that I've done so far, but in a more succinct way of how you could take advantage and be active in the Degen ecosystem and how you can earn tips, how you can basically earn future rewards, future airdrops, earn money in crypto by way of the new Web3, right? So again, this is not financial advice, just trying to tell you exactly what I do in the market, especially in Warpcast and Degen ecosystem. So first thing that I often do pretty much every day is, I try to post videos on Warpcast. Like you can see these videos that I post. These are videos from my life, my dog, things that I find interesting, things that I'm cooking, et cetera, right? Videos about my market updates. I just post these videos here. And then what I do is uh, I share these videos on my Warpcast. So you actually get double the points. I actually think it's more than double. I think you get like 5,000 drip points for every video that you share, which I think is really cool. And what that does is it puts you on the radar of something like if you go to the Dracula channel, right? You'll see that there's a lot of people posting videos and they're creating content. And what this does is it puts you in this category where you are so early to an app like Dracula that you may earn rewards and airdrops in the future simply for being active and using the app. Um, the rewards would probably be continuous. And think about, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year down the road, if you're continuously active, how much those rewards could add up, right? So this is kind of the new way of the Web3 is, the whole play to earn or host to earn kind of thing is pretty awesome because you would have already done this, let's just say on Instagram or YouTube or Twitter or wherever. And here you effectively get tipped or paid for doing whatever you were going to do. Okay, so I find that really interesting. And then you also have airdrops from other ecosystems like Goat Token, right? I've told you all about Goat Token many times. And you can see, I have some goat collected because I was simply using Dracula, the app. So I would figure that, as you can see, there's a lot of meme coins that are out there. Some of my favorites are Sinez. I told you all about Sinez before, right? Sinez is kind of like this meme coin that is associated with the Sinez channel, and they call themselves, the Venezuelans. And it's a pretty just fun community where more often than not, if people see that you're part of the Sinez group, and of course they have this checker, right? They have this action, and you can check if people actually own Sinez, the token, because as I've stated before, Warpcast is connected to your wallet. Okay, so your Warpcast wallet, which is an ETH wallet, you have to have X amount of tokens on it. And people will recognize on the Degen chain. Now, I've only gotten on the base chain, but on the Degen chain, how many Sinez tokens do you own? How many GOAT tokens do you own? Are you active? Have you picked up other, NFTs? I've talked about NFTs like swatches before, right? If you own these swatches and these NFTs on your wallet, let's just say your Warpcast wallet, it could be any wallet really, but it makes your life easier when your NFTs are on the same wallet. Your tokens like the Sinez token or the GOAT token, or even the Degen token are on the same wallet as the one that's connected to Warpcast. Why? Because when you are within Warpcast, people have these actions. They've created these frames where you could just check, for a random user, let's just say, for, let's just say this guy right here, right? Okay, how many Sinez does this person have? And you'll see right there, this person owns 4.8 million Sinez, right? So that's great. So point is, you can easily check other people's actions and see if they're in this channel and they're posting funny memes and they own Sinez, you may be simply be given free Degen tokens, right? Like, for example, this guy, he obviously owns a lot of Sinez. I know him through the Sinez community. He owns 102 million Sinez tokens, right? But here every day, people will just, whatever you post, you get gifted free Degen tokens. Why? Because you're posting in the Sinez community and people have verified that you're a Sinez token holder. So I think this brings about a different form of distribution and networking effect for not only Degen the token, but also the other meme coins, like the Sinez meme coin or the ATH meme coin, which I've spoken about yesterday, right? There's a lot of opportunity here where if you own specific meme coin tokens and you're active in their communities, like All Time High is another channel that's associated with this ATH meme coin token, right? You can get tipped for simply being active in those channels. Same thing with these other channels. So this is kind of how I do my rounds of, posting funny stuff or posting alpha or posting information. Like this morning, I posted about Jam, right? Like I've been using Jam, which is kind of like your Instagram, if you will. Like, in Instagram, you have static pictures and feed of people posting stuff. That's pretty much what Jam is, in my opinion. And so Jam is very similar to Dracula, but Dracula is more like just videos, right? Versus Jam is the feed that you can post of just images or just text like you're seeing in Warpcast. Okay. So I think Jam is going to be really popular. You can go to @Jam, which is their handle, and you could go to jam.so and start being active. Again, jam.so, Dracula, these are all sort of social-fi apps that you need to start being active in, because you will, maybe reap the rewards sometime down the road. And also it's just fun to be on, right? Because it's just good content, people you'll find, alpha you may find, fun airdrop opportunities. You may find someone posting about cool art, funny videos, new channels or something new that they heard about regarding the Degen ecosystem. So that's kind of how I see these new Web3 applications like Dracula and Jam. And there's this other segment that's coming up, which is kind of almost like a betting style system, where you can bet, let's just say, so-and-so person, is he or she going to have X amount of likes on their post, right? By this time. Okay. So that means that, well, if they don't have that many likes, you can wager, up or down above this particular number. And if you're right, then, I think you get, obviously whatever you wagered plus the bonus of the other side being wrong. So basically doubling your bet, right? So this is a website called pearl.xyz. It's also on Degen ecosystem. Pretty cool, unique way of betting website, if you will. But it's really betting on the likes that a post will get, which is really cool. But there's going to be more games like this. And I think there's already, like, for example, within Warpcast, there's this one right here, Lotto PGF, where you can kind of bet on other people's, like you could bet on like lotto numbers of what you think will be the winning numbers. It's basically a lottery ticket, and if you win X amount of prize, whatever their prize is, right? So all these things are being embedded into Warpcast, into the Degen ecosystem, and you get paid in, of course, Degen, right? So this is why I think that when it comes to layer twos, I don't think that they're going to be that useful. And in fact, I kind of propose the argument that I think layer twos will almost, for the most part, just disappear. I don't think there'll be really any use other than just like a foundation for layer threes to sit on. Because why do I care about layer twos when a layer three, like, where's the layer three here? When the layer threes have gained so much momentum, especially like Degen, and it's such a popular token, and it has, meme coins, it has products being built, like, for example, Frog Swap. Frog Swap is a very sort of early stage, swap DEX, right? This is built on the Degen ecosystem. They're fairly early because, again, they only have 100K in TVL locked up. The token is barely worth, 170K. Back in the day, I remember a year or two ago, or even 2 or 3 years ago, when DEXs came out, anything under 1 million or 2 million would get, ripped up to like 10, 15, 20 million. Nowadays, DEXs are so easy to build that sometimes they open at 100 or 200K, and there's a lot of competition in them, right? There's Frog Swap. There's another one called Swap Degen, right? So there's these different competing DEXs, which are also going to be core fundamental products of the Degen ecosystem, right? This Degen ecosystem. And Degen right now, supposedly they say the TVL is 5.4 million or 5.1 million. I don't think this number is correct, but let's just say it's 10, right? I think 10 to 15 is probably more appropriate. That just means that it is still so early of how massive this ecosystem can get. And this is why I've made these videos to explain to you guys why I believe this is the ecosystem that you want to focus on for the next 6 months, 12 months. This is the ecosystem that you need to dive in every day. Spend time on Warpcast, join Warpcast. I have an invite link below in this YouTube video. Anytime someone joins Warpcast through my invite link, they send me a message and I send them some free Degen, just so you can start playing around with this with this new ecosystem, and you can start exploring Warpcast. And this is the place where you want to start, spending your time, in my opinion. Obviously, there is a lot of stuff happening, on crypto Twitter, right? I get it. By the way, shout out to Hampters. This is a Solana. NFT project that my friend Alex made. It's pretty solid. I think you guys will like it a lot. Make sure y'all mint this because it's a very cheap project right now. We gave out free mints just a couple days back. And now the price is still really cheap, 0.05 for NFTs, So again, just check it out, right? It's on Solana. So just wanted to let y'all know. And you can go to Hampters_Soul if you do want to mint this NFT project, okay? Yeah, so my friend Alex actually made some of the art. I think it's really cool. Lots of cool stuff happening in their Discord too. And they have, just funny, awesome memes, right? Like, I like stuff like this. I think meme culture, meme attention is a big thing. And as long as you do that well, I feel like your project will get noticed. I think you'll do well, overall, right? So anyway, so I wanted to mention that. And then of course, overall, right, what we have is a pretty shaky market right now. I still don't think we're out of the woods yet. I think this is going to be a big multi-month consolidation. I think sometimes Solana is probably going to head to 110, maybe 100. And then sometime second half of the year, I think we should start heading on up. Same thing with BTC. I think BTC is yet to crack this consolidation. I do think it will be due for a rollover back into low to mid 50s. And if that happens, and again, my overall thought on Degen ecosystem is I do think it'll have a larger pullback into mid-April, May, and then sometime, in June, it should bottom out and start heading on up. That's my general, 30,000 foot view thoughts on where I think markets are going. But overall, definitely don't get it twisted, because I am a huge believer that Degen will likely lead sort of this new summer season. I think base and Degen together are going to really kick ass, and they may have already bottomed, right? They may have already bottomed, and they may just start their new bull run right now. This, just because I drew this doesn't mean it has to come true. Just because I say that we do need a pullback to 50s doesn't mean it has to come true. It's just, I kind of believe that a longer consolidation period pre and post halving is, very common, especially when a market has run up so aggressively like BTC has, or even Solana has, right? It's kind of normal for 2-3 month consolidation that is just a grinding, slow bleeding market that puts everyone to sleep, and then we start rocketing higher, right? And so maybe same goes for Degen, but it's possible Degen may have already bottomed, and maybe we create a tight consolidation range like this for the next few weeks, and then start heading on up like this, right? But either way, I'm very, very still bullish and super long on Degen token. And then of course, I'm a big believer in some of these communities like Ham Chain. Ham is this meme coin, and it's the ticker is TN100X. Okay, so this ticker right here. And I do think that Ham is going to be a pretty massive winner if they do create their L3 chain, right? Because what will eventually happen is, like I've said before, there's going to be a basket of L3s, these 4 or 5 is not going to be enough. There's going to be like 20, 50, 100 probably by the end of this year or beginning of next year. Okay, so just you watch. And if ham does really well, and by the way, this TN100X is associated with this ham channel, with this ham community. All right. And if that does well, I think this coin will do well, right? And if that coin does well, we know that layer 3s are really kicking off, and there will be another larger ecosystem being built, another layer 3 basically. So that's why, my thesis is that I think Degen as a L3 is just a leader of the other L3 narrative to start kicking off. So you want to start being active in the L3 space, especially the L3 products like I told you, Pearl is a Degen product, Dracula is a Degen product, Jam.so, which I told you all about. This one right here is a Degen ecosystem product. So be active because you may earn, airdrops or future rewards or tokens like this. Because I see no other way where Degen, is not going to reward their early proponents, their early users. I think they've done a phenomenal job at rewarding people thus far, and I think they'll continue to do so. So join Warpcast, be active on Degen, post memes. Like I use poster.fun. And this is just like a Web3 project where you can just say, funny Pepe meme enjoying Friday with beer. I don't know, something like just random like that, right? And it'll generate some sort of funny meme like this. And you can take this meme right here, bit to page, right? And then you could just post this like Pepe Friday. All right. And you could say happy Friday. Reply guys, family. Okay. And then you just do this channel, and I'm gonna post this in reply guys because that's a really fun community where I spend a lot of time. There it is, reply guys, and boom, that's it. You just share, and it has connected to my Warpcast account, and it will start showing up in the reply guys channel right here as my post, right? And this is good because again, if you post memes and stuff, it takes a second to load, so give it a sec. But if you post memes and stuff, this is how you show that you're active, right? It doesn't always have to be memes, right? You don't always have to post stupid stuff like this. You can post, fun, encouraging stuff, things that you've learned, alpha that you want to share, new projects that you found. So there it is, right? There's my post in reply guys. And you can make memes all the time in poster.fun. And you can post them, right? So yeah, this is some of the ways where you can start being active and engaging in the Warpcast community, in the Degen community. All right, that's it. Follow me on YouTube. Join my Discord. Come hang out with us, and definitely join Warpcast. My invite link is below. Good luck, everybody. Take care. Cheers.